pick.
The hero like Alk does just do everything once he gets his items, so that's the kind of hero you usually want to get. And they go for anti. So
played this lane before. It's not.
I imagine most melees are in a world of suffering against that. Bunch of Magos and some regen. Urgon's going to be doing this until some support tells him to knock it off. And that's what Earthshaker's going to be doing. Hey, that's our first blood. Well,
did Zibe like DC or something?
I don't know. He was just standing there, right-clicking.
Yeah, and then he didn't even try running back, and then he was dead.
Maybe he just, you know, he just read it. And
otherwise, you'd get like half your wave denied anyways.
Yeah.
By Queen of Pain.
Okay.
So I think that's the logic.
Has been killed.
And he does manage to snipe the courier. That sounds about right. Limp's gonna find a refill on his bottle because
you're never gonna win. You're not gonna. What are you gonna do doing this? You're not fighting runes. I just thought about like the concept of him going for runes here.
Afterlife gonna be in trouble here, and he has no shallow grave. He's gonna quickly TP out, but it's not gonna be good enough. He's too squishy for all that. A sleight of fist, quills. They can't tank it up for you. Oh, that courier's dead.
He's
got it.
All right.
That's a big
guess Limp did not know that the...
And over and over again. He's doing a good job CSing under tower. 35 and 3 despite, you know, all this stuff. He's going to throw out the Sonic Wave. Finally, he's done with Urgon shenanigans.
Urgon expected by being there with that low of HP. Like, eventually you were going to get punished for that.
Yeah.
I don't know when, but eventually he was.
Misha shows up to Afterlife's lane to try and help out. They do get an easy kill on to Zibe, and they'll kill some treants for their time as well.
This is still not a good lane for Afterlife at all.
Sir.
And he's just dead.
Don't take the tower.
All right, Nico Baby's he's a killer. He's not on the win condition in this game though. I think anti-mage is. Like, it's a better AM game than it is a
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Ember game, but this AM has to also be like very slotted.
Yeah.
All right, they're
He's
just
gonna
feeding
die.
him kills.
Afterlife's dead. What's going on in this top lane?
They're 2v address it. Didn't they second pick it? Wasn't it NP Ember or something? I feel like you had enough time to address it for sure.
Yeah. Going forward, trying to do some damage. They're going to take all the mana from S4 now. Good Fisher. He's going to allow S4 to walk some distance away, but he will eventually take out. They did not give it to the Anti-Mage. Misha took it instead. Oh, this is going to be potentially big rotation from Limp. They only get the one kill, though. Nico Baby 6. It's a rough time out there. Nico Baby, he's going to try and go for that kill. He misses the slight. Nice dodge by Afterlife, moving up and to the left.
Yeah, but still a cool move by when you try to put some pressure on. And the regen rune gets canceled too by Limp.
Yeah.
Well done. Did he deny the tower?
That's a good question. Misha kills S4 again. You're struggling in that bottom lane. Yeah.
And I think that's what they will go for. I think this is why Nico Baby is playing so aggressssively up on top.
I mean, defending your safe lane tower is more advantageous when you've taken the enemy off lane tower too, right?
Yes, sir.
Because there's less TP points to be able to work around and such. It's more punishing when they're pushed back away. Because it should be maxed out Blink by now, yeah.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower.
And top,
there's another really mobile hero.
Yeah, look at this. You want to defend this tower. This is like one of the few games where I think you really don't want this tower to die.
And they do have the Reaper Scythe. They lay it out on Urgon here. Easy kill for S4.
If you get a ward down, you're going to limit most of the space that he has. Because Bristle isn't a typical space creator. Bristle's like the kind of space creator that farms and pushes out waves, which is exactly what Anti-Mage wants to do. So there's some overlap here, and Limp with the nice combo gives him no time to react with the shallow grave. Easy peasy.
Well, this Core Dazzle might as well be support.
About him a lot, but I want to highlight this move. Like, he's skipping the wave, and he's drawing as much attention here as possible, and he started to realize, like, nothing can touch him.
Yeah.
So why not just do this? Why not abuse your position as the strongest hero in the game? I think a lot of people or carries would just be farming their jungle right now, but he's putting pressure on the map for his team, which I think is really effective.
Now he's going to come down to the bottom lane. Unfortunately, he's too late. Now he's out of mana, so he's got to be careful. Does have some bottle charges, plus 12 magic wand charges in there as well. So
yeah, they're up 4K, and we talked about how the meta is so snowbally. And you've got to be careful here. I think Anti-Mage got to be careful.
And now he's going to be Spirit Vessel. They do have Misha to be able to come in. And the cast, it's actually going to bounce back onto him with the Death Ward out. Nico Baby is the one who dies instead. I feel like Afterlife's won't.
And if you're wondering why Ergon is pushing out this top wave, it's because he realizes he needs to create this space for Anti-Mage. And I'd like to see Alliance just keep doing this. Because they're not going to bring... eventually, they're going to have to bring 4 heroes to do this. They really don't want to. But if you keep killing Ergon like this, it's going to be worth it for you. Real hero you want to pressure out, because the Anti-Mage is hard limited by the amount of farm until that tower gets taken.
Limp, he's going to blink into this one, but immediately they have the Rolling Thunder out with the Maledict. Is going to come back the Sonic Wave, pushes the ball to the side here. Limp is going to be able to blink finally and dodge it. Merchant jumps to the other side here, goes for a quick TP out. Do they have the damage? They have the disabled. They do have the chains, and Limp will pick up the kill.
Because you are playing 4v5. In fact, it's more like 1v4v3. I don't know. Ergon just kind of dies.
Yeah, it feels like he doesn't have too many allies to help him out.
Oh boy. And Limp already has an Orchid.
Sorb next for Ergon. He needs a way to deal with the Spirit Vessel. You can bounce back the Reaper Scythe Blitz on a full HP Necrophos.
That's pretty sick.
That's the standard. Immersion gets
some sort of cat and mouse chase where none of their supports really have like instant stuns. And now Anti-Mage might be dead.
That Reaper Scythe isn't going to be enough, but the Fisher stun with the Orchid. That'll be...
And maybe they will, but I also don't think this is how they'll do it.
Rolling Thunder with the cast. This was nicely timed. Wow. They'll get the chains done. Really well done. A mega kill. Yeah, he's had some really sick turnarounds. That one on Nico Baby.
I think he's been in all but like one of their kills as a Witch Doctor 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been in 7 out of their 8 kills, and it's really just been him going insane with the casks.
Ergon's in trouble. He needs his team to help him out. He's, please, boys, for once, play around me. And they do get the Shallow Grave, so he's going to feel okay for now. He may take out from Nico Baby. Any damage left, the Spirit Vessel isn't going to be good enough. They actually healed him up just before the damage.
Limp, what you going to do?
What you going to do when Limp comes for you?
Oh, no. Why'd you ditch him?
Shadow Strike. Okay, he's going to come back, though. Don't worry, brother. I won't leave you behind.
He shouldn't.
Scares him away a little bit. But Misha may still take out. Nico Baby's going to get the slight that kills him.
Misha. He's trying. Oh, Courier died. Necrophos have not seen that very often. It means that you have perma Ghost Shroud, and we talked about how Anti-Mage doesn't really kill this hero.
Yep.
Plus, I think it's good against... They almost all have physical. Pango is dead.
Got the Orchid onto Pango, so he is going to fall here. But Misha's going to go for the counter kill. Hanskin does manage to get off the Echo Slam, but the damage is too much for him. Misha's surrounded by tree hits, and Misha's trying to bail him out, and which is really difficult because he mantas off, then he throws out the Spell Shield afterwards. What they really need is the Earthshaker. That will be more of the guarantee. Ergon's going to be chased down here. The Lotus Orb goes off on him, but no one is playing with the boy.
Someone's got to die to make this happen, baby.
I guess so.
You don't want to see how the eggs are made. I think if anything, they camp the Remnant.
Oh, they're not going to go for it. Instead, they're going to try and go for the fast Roshan kill here. S4.
There's no way they're going to get away with this. What are they doing?
What are you doing? They just up with the Reaper Sight. He's protected by the Shallow Grave. And Ergon, he does manage to snatch up the Aegis. So Anti-Mage got out, and Ergon claimed the Aegis. It wasn't the worst thing in the world, but it could have been so much better.
I have no idea what the idea was there.
I don't know either, man.
Why not just camp the Remnant?
All right, guys, here's the play.
We all
5-man
in this like. They saw the Remnant, surely, right? What was that? What was the plan? This is not in moments of brilliance. This is not in moments of brilliance.
Brought to you by Intel.
This, even if you wanted to, would potentially die, actually.
Misha, they're going to spot him here. Gets off the Maledict, but he's immediately Orchided, so no chance for Death Ward. But Limp, he goes in. Echo Sam goes out, and they actually chain stun him direct. He's going to be able to blink away, yes, but the rest of his team not so lucky. He may try and go back in for the Mana Void opportunity against Limp. He knows he's rather low on mana after a couple of swipes earlier, and all those spells being used. He's thinking about it, but there's too many heroes here. He's going to back up, but he's going to run into Ember Spirit here. He burns him out of mana. Another blink away. Nico Baby not going to be able to pursue, but maybe somebody else can. Never mind. They're all just too their side of the map here, and really need to put a stop to this Furion who keeps on pushing all the waves in. They're finally going to be able to get him. Paralyzing Cask, and he's all out of mana. Not all out of health. It's the same amount of farm as Afterlife, so. Hanskin, Shadow Blade up right on top of the Animage. Is going to be able to lead off with the Fissure. The Reaper Scythe going off, but they didn't have the damage to Shallow Grave. Did go down. That's why Hanskin retreated, knowing they weren't going to kill the AM anyway. He resets. That Rolling Thunder, though, doing so much work. Has done a lot of damage to S4, and he's just dead. Maledict onto Nico Baby as well, so he has to play a little bit back, but Link is just going to charge forward. But they keep on healing up the AM more and more and more. Afterlife now pops the Shallow Grave on himself and TP's away. But Derek, he's going to go for the limp. Doesn't get a bash. Unfortunately, no luck there. I think his Mana Void's coming up in a few seconds' time, but now another 15 for him, and I'm not sure if he can help out. Urgon here is going to be chased down. Hanskin gets in front of him, chain stuns, and Immersion. If he's not careful, he's getting caught as well. Yep. He got too close to them. Limp immediately looked for more and found a Pangolier. Not farther ahead.
Yes.
He's died twice. Oh, man. Rough times. Spell Shield blink away, but the rest of his team isn't as agile as young Animage. He's going to be chained up before he can blink on Nico Baby. He really wants to go for that kill. Nico Baby trying to protect himself by throwing out, but Direk, where's he going? He's looking for somebody else here, while the rest of Alliance just keeps on dancing away from him and focusing on the back line of Team Spirit. They've already killed the Witch Doctor. Now they're going for Urgon, and Animage is just running around. I think he realizes that this cut some creep waves where he can. But Nico Baby, he's going to try and set up on him. Where's the Animage going to blink? They immediately scythe onto him. They follow it up with the Fissure. Sonic Wave now, and follow-up stun from there. Nico Baby gets the Godlike. Meanwhile, four-man smoke up while the Animage is still dead, presuming he's going to try and join them as quick as possible, but Alliance is going to be able to find them first. He does have the Paralyzing Cask out onto Hanskin. Oh, up on the high ground, a Scythe of Ice popped onto Immersion. He's trying to get a good chain stun here onto one of these heroes, but he can't get off the cliff so easily. He opts down now, but Reaper's Scythe will finish him off pretty easily. He immediately buys back, but here comes Direk. He's going to try and go for it, but he's already been orchided up and is forced to use his Manta and blink away. Limp does too much damage with his DD. Urgon placing himself on the front line, tries to go for the kill onto S4, but he healed up. That Mana Void wasn't quite enough, and now Derek needs help. He does manage to get a jump in from Immersion. Chain setting up Nico Baby, and they're keeping Derek alive. The Animage should be able to blink away now. He's waiting for his time to be able to go back in on a Nico Baby. Does manage to get the bash there. A Godlike spree, 1,000 gold there. A bash on Zibe would secure a third kill, but they don't get it. Boy, they...
Invisibility.
Seconds left. That's enough time to go for this Roshan, but Hanskin, he's lurking up to the north. He wants to be able to have a repeat. He wants a reprisal from before a Fissure goes out. Shiva blinks in, Echo Slam out, but Roshan's not quite low enough. They can't finish it up. Edgeworth's going to jump in, try and do the finishing blow here with Limp going out. The fear, it took him out of Roshan, bit a blink in, he grabs the Aegis. Limp, he gets it, safe in the night once again. He snatches it away, and now he's going to try and get out, but he turns and fights. He has no mana, so he's fine with dying here. He needs that refresh. Nico Baby, he'll look to be able to jump in as well, helping out his ally. He's out of mana, but now he's out of mana. Direk is going to stay on top of him. Nico Baby has no way out, and Limp, he's going to be chased down by the Animage as well. Spores fierce to, and he's tanky too.
Yeah, you saw that the Ember Spirit, he gets bashed once, loses all his mana. Doesn't matter that he has Lincolns. He dies in 2 seconds, and the first team to get Raxed is actually going to be Alliance. They decided to go all in for that Roche play, and Team Spirit just outfought them there. They weren't really able to focus down anyone, and they got outlasted.
Back from Nico Baby. They're going to try and catch him with a Fissure here. Hanskin hit the enchant. But
they don't have that.
Nice Rolling Thunder, and that's chaining up Nico Baby. He's just dead 3 times in a row, and Immersion makes the big boy play to finish off this game potentially, as they now get the follow-up stun on his Zibe as well. One more stun would do the trick here, but Limp has pushed back the Animage. Now has to blink himself away to home base, but he's not going to make it. Derek stays on top of him, and he's dead now. Buyback from him, but they know that Ember Spirit is dead for a minute and a half. A good time to clean up these barracks. There's still that tier 2 in the top.
Devil's coming here.
If they want to end this game, they're going to have to go for the tier 4s.
I think they still have time to get megas. Like, they can go all the way top because there's a creep wave there. Zibe, if anything, should just...
They say we're right here. We're not going to run all the way to that top lane. Let's just go for the 4s. Let's just go for the Ancient.
They only have one buyback, and it's on Nature's Prophet, who's their 5 position. And they've got to make a play here. There's 2 siege wagons.
Zibe's like trying to cut the creep wave, but there's more than enough creeps inside the base right now. Tier 4s, they're both down. They need Zibe to be able to come into this one because he's the only one who have buyback here. Limp, he's been jumped on. The mana, he's almost out. He's going to be able to get a blink away, but Derek tries to chase him down as long as Urgon. Actually, Derek's just going for the Ancient at this point. He says, I push him back with Fountain, and that's good enough. Rolling Thunder nails both of them. A beautiful setup with a mana void. Blink back, a repeat for him, interrupting the combination.
Oh my god.
And Alliance have been taken out in this game 1. They held the lead for a solid 35 hits, but in the end, we're not able to close it out. And Team Spirit with the big...
Decent versus Shadow Fiend. Don't like Puck. Someone who can also go to the jungle himself. And they're thinking about it. I don't see the perfect pick. Okay.
Saying that I think Alliance have the advantage in almost every single one of their lanes. Maybe it's a small advantage.
I think so.
So that's what they're going to need to be able to even out this series, because they did lose that game 1 against expectations with Alliance having, at one point in time, a 12,000 net worth lead. Zibe does manage to pick up the first blood. Nice and easy start for Alliance here.
Don't really know what that was, but I do agree with your assertion that I think they'll just win all the lanes. And I mean, maybe that'll just mean Spirit winning.
Win lanes, win game right now.
Yeah, that's what I thought was Dota 2, but...
Alliance and Team Spirit proved otherwise in game 1. With the sick Anti-Mage comeback. Can Slark make a similar comeback in this game?
I don't know. It was a pretty dream anti-mage game. I just didn't think that the pace of the game would favor him whatsoever.
Yeah, so that's usually the anti-mage problem, right? People pick it, and it's usually like, oh, it's a good AM game. He just needs to actually come online fast enough.
100%.
Keep it 8 more than 92. Hanskin, he is 100% dead. Top lane, Team Spirit, even in
purple jabs. Catch these spindly little hands. Oh, nice torrent, but he's got to be careful. I think Limp's got to have
to cut. I don't know. I'm expecting Immersion to go gank mid at this point. Like, you've got X torrent into big swing, don't you? At some point,
of these, Kunkka's life is still like immeasurably ruined. He's just buying salves, so I know his net worth isn't very good. Limp, in fact, gets the double refill, which just pushes him up to absolute full dream scenario for us.
Full with a full bottle, too.
Yeah, this is not looking good. You can see already, like, despite how good the SF's game is, Ricky's is even better, which I really don't know how that happens.
That is a good question.
In fact...
Does he have perfect CS or something?
I actually think it's more that the SF is used so much on mangoes. Oh, but they get double killed at top.
Zibe, nice little small stack on that easy camp, hard camp that's stacked up to quite the numbers here. Nice pounce in, immersion. Kicks him over to the side. Nice kick. That actually was probably max distance he could have gotten. S4 back into the lane. The spear back is going to prevent the Slurk from being able to get the kill. Also prevents him from maybe getting the agility bonango trees. There it comes back. Oh, Limp's here. 1 race, 2 race. That's it. He's dead. That's all it took.
Yeah, your Shadow Dance doesn't do anything against those raises. You can't regen that hard against it, which is why it's such a good matchup in AB or something like that.
Do you think you go the Mars canceled his TP? Now this is an opportunity. Unless the sleep comes in, he dodges the poke damage. The Torrent still lands though. The kick in as well. The Snapfire cookies, the follow-up stun. Now the Rolling Thunder. They're bringing everybody they have here.
Limp's not gonna die.
Chen stunned again and again, but they don't have any damage to really follow it up. And Afterlife, despite this rotation, gonna have to back up. And it's Urgon who's gonna die instead. With Nico Baby joining the party, he gets it. That was the successful Dire scan, so they know Nico Baby's here. So they get out. Hanskin does have the supernova. He may have to use it here because if he doesn't, he may just get blown up before he has the opportunity. He dives away, and now no longer has mana. He pops the wand stick and now pops the supernova. Perfect timing by him. He needs help. Mars Arena does catch out Ergon. The egg is still going to die though, but it's got these heroes a little bit too close to the Radiant side. And SF just blows up the Slark pretty easily. A TP out. Oh, Nico baby still Phoenix egg. Well worth it for Alliance.
The Zibe is going insane right now. And no part of this game is going well for Team Spirit. It feels like they just continuously pick themselves bad lanes, and they're going to keep getting punished for it. You have to win at least one of these lanes, and they didn't pick a single winning lane.
Yeah.
I'm not full. And we haven't seen too many silly deaths or anything like that.
Behind this SF to see if they can catch somebody here. Zibe's going to go. Phoenix Grip immediately gets canceled. Afterlife, though, does take long enough to get speared in. That means he will die with Zibe's introduction to the team fight. Snapfire ultimate going out, but instead he's trying to focus on the Bane because the Bane was right there next to him. Managed to get the Nightmare to stop the Mortimer's kisses. Now, Nico baby, he's actually going to jump into the tower here. He's still got the Cloak and Dagger. The Arena does go out. The SF ultimate as well fears him away, but looks like everybody actually scale and do some damage.
Yeah, Radiant's BKB sounds kind of nice right now.
Okay.
BKB though.
BKB, very important in this game. They need the cookie to save Pango. He's been speared to the trees, and it looks like they just don't have it. The boat's going to come in. It does hit Nico baby. The roll immersion. I don't think anybody else was there to back you up, boy.
What was that?
It feels like Team Spirit are the ones who are tilted somehow. Despite winning game one, a GG branch and trying to block everybody in, but Nico baby hops right over with tricks of the trade, give him the vision or the disable from Zibe.
Like at least last game, S4 had died like once or twice, and this anti-major was like always near the top of the net worth.
Spear him. Doesn't throw it. Waits instead to be able to get the spear on.
Maybe they can win this
still
fight.
managed to get a dark pack. The Mortimer's Kisses is slowing down S4, but hasn't really hit that many times. And the Arena is going to go up with the torrent. It intercepted Hanskin, but he still managed to get out the supernova thanks to the fear coming out from Limp. And that is going to be a devastating team fight for Team Spirit. They're going to lose 3 here, possibly 4 if Zibe can catch up to Ergon, but he doesn't. I don't think you're going to do much with that torrent, but we'll see. They're going to try and blow him up real quickly, but asleep, a Nightmare that dodges the pullback on the X, and that goes in for that kill. A 5 position. He only hits it once.
I can't believe Rolling Thunder plus Snapfire ulti is not enough damage.
Yeah, it's not even close to being enough damage. Nico baby does manage to blink strike away. Close call, but he's out. Now the spear goes on Amisha. Follow up with a blink strike. They are going to be able to get one disable onto this Riki. Can they finish him off? The tricks of the trade going out. Does he have another blink strike? He's going to go for the kill onto Immersion, but he's so low. He gets kicked right in the face. Takes the boulder. He's dead. S4's going to die as well. He does manage to get the kill onto the Snapfire before he goes, but he does end up dying here. Hanskin is going to be caught as well with no Icarus dive left.
Dude, they're somehow churning this.
Weird.
Really nothing can kill him.
That boy thick.
Unless Limp runs into like 5 heroes. And look at this. Misha, who was my MVP of last game, is just trying to cut waves. He's suiciding in for it. Goodbye. No problem. Worth it, he says. I guess he just didn't know.
You gotta stick it in your mouth and chew, dog. That's the way the food works.
He's getting better.
I guess so.
He's trying to save his appetite.
Just to be able to kill like one wave says a lot about where you think this game is going. Like, you're basically saying we have no chance to fight them. Get away at all costs. Anybody who's caught by Fiend's grip is just dead.
So you're just saying you wanted to be a part of this life. This is what ends up happening, man. Don't choose the life.
Is he gonna spear or what? He's just refusing to spear. All right, you got him.
I thought he was trying to be mana efficient, but Phoenix, who won't be going BKB for the time being.
That's who he wants to go for, right? The back line. So, Dark Pack. Nice.
Yeah, I'm still not sure what item you're waiting for if you're Spirit, because I don't know what enables you to fight, really.
Double damage presents an opportunity for Alliance to go high ground earlier than expected, but maybe it's a false opportunity as the silence on a Nico baby lasts for a while. He takes half of his damage here. The boat's going to come in on Hanskin. They chain it with the stun, but a beautiful Nightmare once again dodging damage, allowing him to be able to get off the supernova. They have to commit for the egg, but they're not going to be able to kill it. With the Slark dead, Kunkka's going to be stunned up by that egg, and his BKB is going to be wearing off here. Eventually, this double damage from Limp earlier did some work, and it still continues to put in some work as they now lay into the melee barracks.
Yeah, this is getting extremely one-sided. And unlike the anti-mage game where I was thinking like, oh, they probably just need to get XYZ item to be able to fight. I don't know what item you get on the Slark or the Kunkka to be able to match the timing of the Riki and the Shadow Fiend. Like, plus the Phoenix is so farmed. Like, he just sits there. He hasn't died. Like,
feels like a bit like Team Spirit because they won that first game, did not take any lessons away from it.
no, they were like, oh, well, we can actually get out of the laning phase, and if we have slightly better late game, we'll win. But this was not the case at all here.
Wrong.
Really needed to...
That could have been worse.
No, surely this game is not throwable. Like, this would have to be, like,
What a beautiful
collapse
nightmare
of all
that
times.
was.
Yes. Sick nightmare, sick grip, like... Zibe with the first blood. Alright, here they go.
Slark is gonna go.
Well, he died
Jesus,
in 2
Slark
hits.
is... He just got 4-shot. He didn't even pop his ultimate.
No, he just died.
He just died.
He has no buyout.
Does he want to keep playing?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think Alliance have just won this game. They're going to go bottom now. There's a Daedalus on the Shadow Fiend. Really good build by Limp. He has not been touched in this game either. They've tried a few times. There was those 2 gank attempts. One that he almost killed both of them in, and the other where the sleep.
Ding, ding. Oh, okay. He's actually getting a little bit low, but he does have his BKB still, so he can turn and fight at any point in time. Really, he's just baiting Team Spirit in further and further. In Afterlife, he just took that bait, got reeled on in, and now he's for dinner. He's a fat, delicious fish for dinner. Okay, that's it. Alliance end the game now. You can leave, Team Spirit. Thank you. We're going to see a game 3.
How many BKBs did Limp use?
I think that was his 3rd charge.
Okay.
That was 2nd. No, it was the 2nd charge.
Oh, wow. So he used BKB twice, and they were still able to stomp every fight.
Turn to pick.
I guess TA is a bad option if you have Venomancer in the game.
And Ember. And Pio.
DK.
You may now
Oh, kind of harass.
Yeah. Urgon on the other side of that mid lane matchup is also going to be needed to play pretty quickly here. They're going to go for an early hit onto Nico Baby here with the tag team. It may actually be enough. Yep.
Yes,
It sure
sir.
is. That's going to be your first blood. That's that fast damage they were looking for.
Yeah, level 1 morph is so bad. Like, you barely morph anything. You're not getting any HP back. It's like, you'll heal like 50 HP.
Yeah.
You popped a fairy fire.
Plus tag team. That is one hell of a combo.
That is a...
They'll grab the Purge creep there rather than the bigger Satyr for the big nuke. They want the slow of the Purge. That can take off the Winter's Curse, or rather the Arctic Burn. Hanskin, he's just going to die here now that the Arctic Burn's on cooldown. Couldn't fly away from the shards. Immersion could be chased down by Nico Baby, but he'd take too much from this Phantom Lancer, especially with that Purge creep.
And S4 died.
Him down. And S4 did indeed die. He
Wow.
chased him down with the boots. Afterlife heavily committed.
Did he... I thought he had TP. He has no stun on Veno. I feel like
He
can't...
tried to TP and failed. He's going to have to walk back.
Oh, my lord.
He's going to have to buy boots
And
and,
he's missing
walk. I had a guess. Say Venomancer is up in net worth. And he is indeed by a good 200. And he's not going to let up on S4. S4 does have level 6 before him, though, thanks to the neutral creep kills he's gotten from Devour. Hanskin, he's in trouble. He's just going to sit there.
Where's he going to go?
But he has nowhere to fly to. 40-0. Team Spirit, though, an even game in net worth. They're only slightly ahead right now.
This mid-matchup
Large
is
part.
going extremely well.
Yeah, that mid-matchup is
Although-
definitely winning them a lot of...
That's 5-0, and they're going to leave the last hit for Urgon. Cannot stand.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And they would be 100% right. They were getting crushed every time.
They did
Although this
better,
is a
but the Doom is going to be used
dead
here.
Ember.
Urgon is still level 5. Now, Misha, clutch
a
the
night-
nighttime. Oh, he tried, but the
He was
breeze
kinda
fire.
close.
Oh, if they want to protect this tower. Because I think even when the Ember comes back, Limp will probably just keep hitting it.
I think you don't want the Veno to rotate. In fact, I think you send one of the supports plus the Ember Spirit right now.
Yeah.
I would like to see the Tusk come in. In fact, he's not coming, and they're going to keep the Siege Wagon alive for the time being.
Yeah, they're just going to keep hitting it. Now they're going to stun him. Level 6 is up on Urgon, so he won't die here. And in fact, he still gets hit by that Breathe Fire, so now his Flame Guard's down too.
And I really would like to see one of the supports rotate for this.
They are not doing it, and instead they're dying bottom. Boy, up with a better answer than that.
100% Cap. Not going to disagree with you there.
They're going to chase down Hanskin, maybe? They really want to. They want to push him all the way fast enough that they can defend their safe lane tower.
Some tower better than no tower.
Yeah.
Structures are fortified.
Wise wisdom from Blitz Dota Zibe. We're going to watch him.
Who just got better after hearing that? Who can relate?
Happening in bottom lane, and the more they hit this tower, the more the alarm bell should be sounding for Urgon. That's why he's playing so safe. I think he's just trying to pull the creep wave back and not lose his life here. He needs to be able to jump away again. He's actually out of mana. S4, you can doom him if you want, and sure enough, he's going to go for it. Someone TP to this tier 2. This Ember should not die here. He doesn't have to die. S4, he'll chase him away, but he's too slow to get any more damage. This Ember Spirit will survive.
That feels real bad when you're not able to execute with Doom.
Yep.
You want that kid?
Do. What do you think?
Do Rakio?
Do or do? Shout out to Vlad for that one, being homie. The bounce around, Misha. He's gonna die here. Urgon looking for smoke up, wrap around. They know that Hanskin's chilling here, but they're going to snowball him. Punch him up in the air. He's probably going to die here, but he gets off the Winter's Curse. No Cold Embrace opportunity. The stun from the Dragon Knight is still going to go for this Venomancer here. They even throw out the Doom, but they throw so much just to be able to stop the Venomancer from casting his ultimate, and maybe they'll get the kill. Okay, Nico Baby, can he actually clean this up? He's going to be able to finish off that Venomancer. S4 is being burned out of all of his mana due to the diffuse on the tag team. He dies that much quicker. Nico Baby has Spirit Vessel on him, but they should go for Limp because the Happy Age is still on Nico Baby, or maybe they should just back up entirely. Nico Baby's been burned out of most of his mana
by Maledict, so he's perfectly fine. And this was with
a bit of a love tap here, and it's going to be followed by a love bump for the snowball. The Walrus Punch going up in the air as well. But look at that Phantom Launch going straight for the back line, but they found the real one right away to Winter's Curse. A beauty of a Winter's Curse, too. It catches 4. That kills Afterlife. Urgon's going to go and kill Zibe. He commits forward, and now he's got to get out. 7-11, and Alliance just won a massive team fight, but they may still bleed out some heroes. Urgon not able to get that kill, but he can hold the brace. And Limp, he's had an Invis rune, pops out, stuns him, and with that Shadow Blade will bring him down.
That was a confusing decision. Decided to go for like the Shadow Blade. He's trying to set up on lanes for kills.
Yeah.
Which I think is a really good idea, and he's going to find another one here. It's better for Blink in this way, because you can pressure heroes. It's very unlikely that the PL will build a Linken's until like much later. He might want to consider it because there is a Doom and a Dragon Knight. There's a lot of single target.
I was about to say, kill some of those neutral creeps. Those are freebies.
But Ember and PL and Venomancer won't get it for a while. And now Urgon dies.
No.
It's definitely still winnable. Don't get me wrong. Can't stress enough how good of a PL game that I think it is. It's just...
They got the Doom on him.
He's dead again. And they're... Like, if you... So I think he's just straight up deciding that he wants to go for a Yules now, but now you don't have a natural way to kill any of these tanky cores.
Immersion fight. He pops out of his base. They're going to try and go for the kill here onto Doom almost immediately, and they should manage to take him out. That's an easy one, but the Morphling, who's now turned into a Phantom Lancer, is a little bit harder, but they managed to hit him with the Centaur stun and follow up with the Ensnare, but a great Winter's Curse onto the Ember Spirit. They set up with a waveform. On top of that, they hit him with the Adaptive Strike. The real Phantom Lancer is stunned for quite some time. He does manage Doppelganger, pops the Manta, tries to go for Hanskin, and fails. They did not have good enough execution in a team fight once again.
No, and their only job really is to not poke up and take this fight, but you know that there is a Doom up. But Roche is so low that Alliance sort of have to commit to taking this fight. There's no backing out now. BKB pops. They found the real
got the stun out of the Phantom Lancer. A force staff from the Venomancer will get him a little bit farther away. A snowball through into the back line. Looks like they had the Winter's Curse Urgon, and it led into the Doom. They chase the Phantom Lancer far enough away that they feel like they just turn around, kill Urgon pretty easily. The Venomancer did got off his ultimate. Nico Baby, he is quite low, but he's slowly healing up. Looks like he's going to go for Hanskin here. Dorakio tries to go and turn back at Nico Baby. He does manage to get those two. Oh, the cast, it bounced over to the real PL, but they can't really commit to it. S4, he's already expended enough, and now he's going to be caught up in that Tusk immersion.
This is not bad at all for them.
Really well done by that fence, where once upon a time we were talking about an Aegis that would be at least a lane of racks for Alliance.
Okay, Limp just pops out. He's going to lose a lot of his mana.
He's going to have to reset the fountain. Ergon
gonna go
is
deal with
gonna, yeah, quickly deal with that mid lane that Nico Baby's trying to push in.
Who's got buyback right now?
Oh, he sees a double damage. That's what he wants. He wants to make sure that Nico Baby doesn't show up with a DD like he did in one of those earlier fights. A stun.
Okay, they're losing racks right now.
Has the Maledict on him as well, but slowly but surely these wards and the Siege Wagon, they're going to do enough, and they're just going to reset for a moment. He still has the Aegis. They still can commit for this if they want to.
Nico Baby is out of mana.
Nico Baby. He doesn't have waveform up for another 3 seconds. He can still have the mana. He popped his BKB to protect that mana pool, and he actually managed to get the stun.
Can they take out the first life?
Can they get the Doom on him, or maybe they're just going to not hold?
Dragon Form's going to be down.
Yeah.
BKB was used. All you have to do now is wait for your Phantom Lancer to heal, and then walk back in. He's full HP. And this is why BSJ thought this was going to be a free PL game. So far looking like it. S4 doesn't want to commit into these illusions either. These melee strength heroes that don't have the best mana pool to work with, but the turnaround,
okay, looks like they should manage to take away that Aegis. The Chen heal going off. The Winter's Curse goes out, but he doppelgangered away. The real Phantom Lancer is going to be pulled back in. They do manage to doom the Venomancer. Now they turn onto him. The Venomancer is going to die so quickly. Nico Baby as a PL does a lot of work here, and he's going to ignore the Phantom Lancer for now. The rest of the team is going to deal with him. He's going to go for immersion. He's going to chase down that Tusk pretty easily. Ergon still has that DD, but he had to jump forward to waveform. Meanwhile, Dyrachyo is still in the middle of all of these Alliance heroes. Hanskin's almost dead, and he still has that Aegis.
He's still alive.
He's still alive through all this, and finally the Aegis does go down. Splinter Blast helping with that. See if they can get the chain stun here. Lead off with the Dragon Knight, followed up with the Paralyzing Cask and Adaptive Strike. It's going to be a lot of damage, but he still managed to doppelganger. They know the real one because of the Maledict, but he's chained up. Oh, he's actually going to turn on this Spirit Vessel. It was so much damage. He just ran at Nico. Hey, we've got an even game on our hands, though. Even net worth. And Alliance, they're going to take this tier 3. Team Spirit don't want to fight inside their own base. It looks like they're just... Are they going to keep going, or are they going to come back? Looks like Chen, he's going to TP the Phantom Lancer back, perhaps. Nico Baby's already low, but the Doom actually goes out. If they can get this Ember Spirit back to the fountain, it would be a massive win. And it looks like S4, he's going to try and commit for that kill. He walks forward, but he's been Walrus Punch delayed quite a bit. The Doom is still ticking on this Ember Spirit if you can find him, but he goes to the TP out instead. He's now leading up on board. He's going to be able to get Hanskin and Team Spirit. They know this is a free-for-all at this point. They're going to try and catch as many heroes because they have no S4. Lin, who popped his BKB, he actually doesn't seem to have TP. Oh, dear. Alliance! That necessary to take that fight anyway. They'd force the Team Spirit back to their base.
Oh, for sure. And now you're in a position where you're going to get yourself raxed. You don't have Doom as a threat. You're not going to use buybacks here. You're going to give up this melee rax. And I think Spirit will be emboldened and just go down mid because they know that Doom is still on cooldown for quite some time. So they are... Morphling is just committed to being his own mini version of PL, but there's no substitute for the real thing.
Does manage to get a Centaur stun. He pops his BKB, but look at that Phantom Lancer. He goes straight for Hanskin. Hanskin trying to protect himself with the Cold Embrace, delays his own death.
The Venom on the low ground.
Burned out of mana. And now Nico Baby, he fights back with his own BKB, but the Phantom Lancer is getting away. He's beginning to regen up with his heart. They have to keep the damage on him while he has the Maledict, but he can't quite commit. Nico Baby's going to bounce back with the waveform, and they do manage to deal with the Ember Spirit. Ergon, he's going to buy back now. But he doesn't have a Spirit out to be able to join his team. Chen's going to try and pull him in, and he's now here. They're going to keep on going. Nico Baby turned into a Phantom Lancer, but he can't get away from the real Phantom Lancer. He's going to be slowed down by the Venomous Gale as well. He turns, he fights S4, helping to protect them.
So many wards on the ground.
Does manage to pop his cheese. He's losing so much health, though. He has his Maledict on him as well. They manage to get the Doom on the real Phantom Lancer. That's going to be enough damage. A Tusk with a snowball tries to use a cute little snowball play to be able to blink out, and it looks like he might just escape. Alliance do not pursue.
Isn't that crazy? It's 4-on-4.
I think they're going to buy back and pull the Phantom Lancer.
Does he have buyback?
He does have buyback.
Okay, so they're going to go...
And have the pullback in. They're going to try and go for it. It looks like they caught the real Dragon Knight with the
They don't
Spirit
even
Vest on
need
him.
him.
He's already dead. Maybe they don't even need the Phantom Lancer. Both the supports, they've been caught. S4 is going to buy back, but he won't be there in order to save Zibe. Maybe he can save Hanskin and get this kill onto Immersion. They do have the slowdown. Double slow from Afterlife with the Gale.
Still alive.
And actually pops out that Essence Ring, forcing S4 to commit more and more and more. He snowballs to be able to finish up Hanskin too. All well committed to be able to get the support for support trade up. Now Urgon though stuck in, Centaur stun, and that's a dieback for him.
No buy
Process there to like commit back in as your team spirit.
I don't know, it's kind of
You've got
boss.
Roshan.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool.
Okay.
I felt it.
Okay.
Sometimes you just got to do these things difficult, but it's an unreasonable thing that I'm asking of him to just consistently doom like the PL or the Venomancer. But it is what they need. Oh, the Ags is sick. Okay, this would be really nice for the Dragon Knight. And maybe you even take, like, you take the Aegis for sure because you use buyback. Oh,
the roll in. They committed already here. Duracio's already taken out that Aegis. And now with the rest of his health, he's going to go for Limp. He's actually going to go for Zibe instead. He Phantom Lance rushes outside of it, trying to deal with these supports as quick as possible with the Bash. He'll quickly get it done. S4 and Limp no longer have their BKBs. The cheese was passed over.
Limp doesn't have buyback.
He's going to be okay with it. Managed to get the silence on Duraccio. So he resets a winner's curse. It caught him. Do they have any stuns though? Limp has no stun. He's burned out of mana. S4 has Doom ready to go, but he can't get there because the Venomancer worth. In fact, he may not get anywhere at all. He's just stunned up by the snowball, tossed up in the air by the Walrus Punch. He's dead. 3 dead with no buyback. Limp and Nico.
The cheese instead. Morphling,
Radiant's top tower.
he has the Ags, but no Aegis on anybody anymore.
And no Dragon Form for 20 seconds. Duraccio did just have all of his mana burned out. That is a really big win by Nico, baby. Did a good job with those illusions. Duraccio is still going to be able to commit to the ranged barracks.
This is going to be such a hard hold for them, but there is still a tier 2 tower up at top. So it's not impossible, and heroes are respawning. This is going to be a 4v5 now. They lost another melee Rax potentially if the illusions get to it, yes.
All right, they're going to back up where your blink can be effective.
Because you don't really have a way to disengage anyways.
Okay.
So Shadowblade and I think Blink Dagger have too much overlap.
There we go. Duraccio, he's been caught. The Centaur stuns are going to try and come in, but a Centaur stun from S4 is going to be used first. A beautiful initiation. Limp's going to follow it up too with a Dragon Tail stun. He's just dead. And he's going to buy back. And Urgon's going to come on through. Immersion trying to go for Nico Baby right now, but he's forced to pop his BKB. This is going to be a disastrous team fight for Spirit. They need to limit the losses here, and Urgon, thanks to his Aghanim Scepter, will swiftly get out.
That's what you get at S4. Like, nice little applause. Really well done.
Round of applause for S4. The old legend
I said
finds the
it's a
perfect
hard
initiation.
job for him for as long as possible. Popping out, he gets 4-staffed. They have like 8 Venom wards down. Maybe you can save him. In fact, I think you do with the Pipe and the Greaves, but left no wiggle room there. As the Phantom Lancer comes
just
in,
to
he's
make
hitting
sure
the Ember.
that Hanskin can't get away, so he cold embraces himself immediately.
He needs to get out now.
Nico Baby.
If he dies here, the game is over.
Duraccio.
Side, they're going to make the way all the way around. And again, the game has always been the same. If you can catch a big hero, the Venomancer would also be a huge target here.
It's a massive pickup, and he already got the Doom onto him. There's going to be no 4-staff save.
And he has no
attempt
buyback.
at a snowball either. The Chen units are going to come in, but they can do nothing to stop it. They immediately just full on back out. But the wave charges, Nico Baby, he's going to be able to pursue quite heavily.
And they know where Phantom Lancer is. They know where Phantom Lancer is.
Limp, he's going to be able to fly in. He just flies over all these trees, and he's going to be able to catch him. But it looks like Duraccio is going to turn and fight as best he can. He's already taken Doom. S4 out completely out of mana, but now look at that. Nico Baby's going to turn into a Phantom Lancer, had some illusions of his own. The real one's going to be running away to Phantom Rush. He spotted one neutral creep, and that was enough to get him some distance. He pops another doppelganger, turning around for a second. He's going to find the real one. He's got the Dragon Tail. That's 5 seconds of stun. He's dead. No buyback from Team Spirit and Alliance.
They can't get Mega Creep because there's still a tier 1 and a tier 2 bottom, but Alliance at the very least can even up the rack score.
They're going to go straight for it.
No,
They
they're
still
going
have
for
that
it.
double damage. Nico Baby starts laying into the tier 4s. They still have the backdoor protection up. The Old Scepter is going to be used to remove the last few seconds
There's a buyback
of the
forever.
double damage now. The backdoor protection's now dead. S4 is down to half health. Walrus Punch. He's dead. He's dead. He does have buyback though. Team Spirit need to be able to reset, but Limp, he's already committed with the Dragon Tail stun onto Afterlife. Afterlife's trying to get away. He got off the Poison Nova. Immersion's going to die as well. well. Hanskin, he's going to be taken out here as Ergon finishes him off. The slight chains combination. Limp's a little bit low, but he pops BKB. The Walrus Punch goes up in the air, but Limp is rather tanky in immersion. He's going to have to dodge. Snowball on out. Ergon comes back. Another vessel. Limp's dead. Limp, he couldn't survive through it. He immediately buys back, but he won't have Dragon Form this time around. Immersion goes for another punch. This time on to S4. S4 is not going to be blocked in by the ice shards, and Nico Baby has given up hope of being able to end this game right away. Instead, he's going to go for barracks here, but 20 seconds is left on the Phantom Lancer Alliance.
And
They didn't have to stop the Lotus Arch. Doom on Doom. Doom on Doom. S4 is going to have to retreat. This is Alliance. They're going to have to back up 10 seconds. This game will continue.
They're going to have to give up Roche. Oh no. I think they really should have just gone for the racks and gone for Roche. They used all the buybacks themselves. The only person with it in the game that really matters anymore is this Morphling.
Ergon has
Just been the game, but Alliance dove way too far. They got caught out, and they used all their buybacks to try to end the game.
The Lincoln's just a little bit of gold, and he will have it here with this Roshan fight.
They're loath to give this up. Ergon has a BKB now. They're playing around the area. S4, he's been abyssal bladed up. Walrus Punch him in the air. Does he have a chance to be able to get anything off? He gets off the BKB. He turns, tries to go for a Centaur Stun, and himself unable to do so. Durachio needs to be able to jump away from Nico Baby, though. This Black
Nico
Dragon
Baby
is doing a lot.
Lancer. He's jumped back. Look at that back line. S4, Ergon, and Immersion both looking at S4. They're trying to finish him up with a Vissel still on with Zibe. Invade is trying to heal him up. Oh, he catches him with another Orchid. That's massive. He's going to come in with the Dragon Tail Stun. There is a Poison Nova going out, but we're going to lose Ergon here unless the Snowball can get him out. No, he's getting really low. Now committed as well. Limp, he's going to be saved out by the cold embrace, but look at Durachio go. He's burned down too. Nico Baby's going to die here. He's going to be forced to buy back. S4, he's going to be going down next. Durachio looks for his next victim. It's going to be Limp. Limp trying to fly over these trees. He gets away to safety. 3 still up on the side of Alliance against the 3 of Team Spirit. Durachio, he's going to TP out. Barely gets away, but now it's just a free hunt to get whatever kills they can. And knowing that,
I can't believe it. Spirit's actually in the winning position if they get this Roche.
They can't give him the Aegis and Cheese and a Refresher Shard and Aghanim Scepter. That's so much. They have to somehow fight this. They're going to pop the Phantom Lancer illusions here. They push forward. Once again, Durachio does the same thing as he did last time. Pop out of the pit, and they do manage to see Zibe. Thanks to that Sentry Ward that was laid out earlier, they managed to get that kill. Nico Baby tries to go for Afterlife. Heatwave forms forward, but now he's going to have to Doppelganger out as a Phantom Lancer, and Durachio immediately turns to Limp. He's got the Dragon Form. He can get in there right now. Spotted, though, by the Plague Ward. He's going to have to pop it. Durachio pops out of the pit once again. He's going to go straight for Limp. Limp does have his BKB, and he's going to be able to get the Dragon Tail out on Afterlife. They're going to go Venomancer right away. If Venomancer, he's just going to die almost immediately. Looks like, yes, he will end up dying. But Durachio, he went for the back line as well. Zibe's going to be gone on. Looks like some of the illusions are going to go out. The Abyssal Blade to make sure that Mickey has no idea to be able to get it off. Zibe will die. Limp now, he's going to be burned out. He's trying to fly away. Cold Embrace, that's going to be able to buy him some time. Durachio, the real one, is taking a bit of damage. Thanks to that Maledict, but he's managed to find the Hunskin. Thanks to the Prince's life, they're going to be able to chain him up for a second. The Winter's Curse goes out, but it's on illusion. That quickly dies, and Durachio is still going to be able to run him down over the cliff. A double kill for him. Back into the Roshan pit they go. It's tough. Phantom Lancer.
Just old stalwart Misha. Spirit gonna go for this final set of racks to potentially finally end this game.
Oh, what is Immersion doing? Oh, he's so far forward. Wait, why did he go there? I don't know, but Durachio, he's got the Phantom Lancer. He does manage to get the Abyssal Blade onto S4, but S4 gets off the BKB in time and a Centaur Stun onto real Durachio. They want to ignore him, though. Knowing he has the second life, they want to be able to kill some of these supports like they did with Immersion.
Afterlife has
but they
to
have
stay
to
alive.
Inside the fountain. Limp, he needs to be able to get it back, and he's chained up. He's so close to the saving. He's so close to that saving grace, but he can't quite reach it. He dies on the footsteps of the fountain, and Durachio, he continues to push for that throne. Nico Baby, he's forced into defense now. He has to
he's dead.
but now he's just dead. He has no buyback. S4 is committing for it. He gets out the stun. The Winter's Curse goes on onto Ergon, but is that even going to stun him? He forced him into the fountain. He's pushed Ergon in there as well. Now Durachio.
There's too many wards on the ground.
There's so many from the fountain that it just dies. A 10,000 net worth lead is what Team Spirit secure in.